Hey everybody, Stwida here coming at you with another SWGOH video. Today we are adding to the mechanic overview series, and we are talking about different turn meter gains or bonus turns or swapping turns. And you might think, I don't know, it's a turn, it's a free turn, it's more turn. What is there to know? There are actually very specific interactions that are occurring with bonus turns versus turn meter swaps versus turn meter gains. And we're going to talk about some of those today because they can be quite important if you're trying to plan for certain attacks or how to get around certain things. And so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Let's take a look at someone who might be bothering you if you're a relatively new player. I remember years ago when I first started seeing Iden Versio popping up in my squad arena, and it's just like, what do you do to this? She goes first. She calls everybody to assist. There's no way around it. There is a way around it. Because what Iden Versio is doing is Iden gains 100% turn meter at the start of each encounter. You say, how could you possibly outdo that? How could you possibly stop Iden from doing that? Well, that's very specific language. Iden gains 100% turn meter at the start of each encounter. Let's compare that to something else that feels like it's the same, but isn't the same. And let's go take a look at our friend Han Solo, who, as we know, always shoots first. At the start of the encounter, that's classic CG grammar right there. At the start of the encounter, Han takes a bonus turn. And so you might immediately be thinking, that's interesting. That's different language. One says gains 100% turn meter. One says takes a bonus turn. Well, that's basically the same thing, right? No, wrong. So in this specific situation, whether it is Han or any other character who gains a quote-unquote bonus turn, they go before characters who are gaining 100% turn meter. And the way that you can kind of think about this, the way it's kind of programmed, is that when a character gets a bonus turn, they are just set to their next turn. They are set to it being their turn or to basically having 100% turn meter. They don't fill their bar up. They don't take time to get there. They just are there. They are given their turn immediately. Whereas a character who gains 100% turn meter, what the game is actually doing to that character is not just giving them a turn, it is filling up their turn meter 100%. It's taking it from 0 to 100. And so because of that, when you get a character like Han in a fight against a character like Iden, Han will always go before Iden because Han is just getting a bonus turn, whereas Iden technically has to wait for her bar to be filled up. It seems like it's filled up instantly because she gains 100% turn meter, but it's not, right? So bonus turns will always beat out 100% turn meter gains. Now, there is also a very specific interaction with bonus turns among each other. There are other characters in the game, such as Wat Tambor, who, just like Han Solo, it says Wat gains a bonus at the start of the battle, Wat gains a bonus turn, and some other stuff, right? Okay, so what happens if Wat Tambor and Han are up against each other in, the same fight, right? Who goes first? You might immediately be thinking, oh, I bet it's the character who's faster. I wish you were correct, but CG did something very interesting. I'm assuming it's part of the joke with Han about how Han shot first. Han always shoots first. It doesn't matter what Han's speed is. Han will always take his turn before any other character in the game who also has a bonus turn. And because of the mechanics that we just mentioned before, he obviously will always take his turn before someone who gains 100% turn meter. The only exception is, well, what if it's Han versus Han, and then it goes to the faster Han is the Han that's going to shoot first, right? But again, Take Han out of the equation. If you have 2 Wat Tambors, it's the same thing. The faster Wat Tambor is the one who gets their bonus turn first. And Wat Tambor, just like Han, is always going to beat out a character like Iden because Wat Tambor is gaining a quote-unquote bonus turn, whereas Iden is gaining turn meter. It's different, right? So I hope that makes sense. The other thing that we want to talk about here is actually, you know what? Let's go back to Iden because I want to show you something fun. So you might be saying, okay, well, what about at the beginning of this when you said you could do something about this, right? Well, again, what does the text say? What is Iden doing? Iden gains 100% turn meter at the start of each encounter. Well, guess what? One fun way to beat Iden, or at least to try to beat Iden by stopping this, General Hux. Let's look at his leadership. Is it his leadership? Nope. It's boundless ambition. There we go. If all allies are first order at the start of the battle, enemies can't gain bonus turn meter, while General Hux has advantage. This is a Zeta. You do have to put the Zeta on him. But what does that mean? If you take a full first order team up against Iden, enemies can't gain bonus turn meter while General Hux has advantage. What does Iden do? Iden gains 100% turn meter. General Hux will stop Iden from jumping in front of everybody, unless, of course, she is actually faster than everybody. But he stops her from gaining 100% bonus turn meter as soon as the fight starts. So this is an example of a way you can kind of get around that. Also, there are some mechanics. There may be more now, to be quite honest. In the mechanics will always tell you what they do, if they do it, because the game has like 4,000 buffs and debuffs at this point. But some common ones are Shock prevents bonus turn meter gain, and Daze prevents bonus turn meter gain. So if you're up against a team that gains a lot of turn meter or takes turns because they get 100% turn meter or something like that, if you can shock them or if you can daze them, they will not gain that turn meter. Bonus turns are not subject to this. There is no way to prevent a bonus turn from happening. You can block that character's turn by doing something like stunning them, and then when they get their bonus turn, well, they just miss it because they were stunned. But there is nothing in the game that prevents characters from receiving their bonus turn. It's just going to happen. And while we're here talking about this, we can flip over to the third item, or the third, I guess, discussion point. Let's go Revan, and we'll talk about turn meter swapping, right? So at the end of this, right? Swap turn meter with target other Jedi ally. This is kind of like a bonus turn in the sense that when you're swapping turn meter, that other character is not now gaining turn meter so that they swap with Revan. It's just you literally swap. There is nothing in the game that can prevent the swapping of turn meter. That's it. That's where that sentence ends. It sounded like I was going to say more, but I'm not. You cannot prevent bonus turns. You cannot prevent the swapping of turn meter. You can prevent gaining turn meter, and you can prevent what feels like a bonus turn but actually isn't a bonus turn if it's someone who's just gaining 100% turn meter. So that's the overarching kind of idea of what's going on here. And I believe, who else is another one? Kenobi. Let's look at this. Is it in his leadership? Here, 1 second. Aha, I found it. It's in his, yes, it's in his leadership. It's at the very end. This is another type of language to kind of keep an eye out for because some newer characters are saying this kind of stuff. At the very end, enemies and allies are immune to turn meter manipulation. Now, in this case, it's actually preventing reductions as well. So your turn meter can't be reduced. It's any turn meter manipulation. But again, for example, if Iden was to come up against JMK, Iden would not get her bonus turn, because it's not a bonus turn. She's gaining 100% turn meter, but Jedi Master Kenobi prevents turn meter manipulation. So I hope that kind of clears things up. I hope that gives you kind of a distinction, and hopefully this can allow you to plan when you're going up against something in GAC. You now know, okay, my Han has to be faster than another Han, but my Han could be slower than a Wat Tambor, for example, because Han is always going to go first. But my Wat Tambor is going to beat out an Iden because Wat Tambor gets a bonus turn, right? You get to think about these things now. Or, oh, that team gains a lot of turn meter. I need to bring in someone who's going to shock them all or who's going to daze them all, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it useful. If you think there's anything I missed about these three mechanics or something similar, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you all next time.